On the day of my wedding, June 20th, 1987, my mentor and friend, Dr. Mont W. Smith, had a conversation with my future father-in-law. And believe it or not, we have photographs of that very conversation. Dad said to Mont, "You know, sometimes I think David's going to be too liberal." And Mont replied, "Oh no, sometimes I think David will become too conservative." Who do you think was right? Hi, I'm David Daniels from Chick Publications. One day, Mont and I were having a conversation about creation versus evolution. We were talking about his brother, who believed that God took apes and evolved them into humans. During that conversation, Mont said to me, "David, if you take the Bible text exactly as it is written, you will never be far off from the truth." Mont was right, but which Bible? There are two, and there are incredible differences between them. One encourages faith and the other doubt. One lifts up Christ, one lowers Christ. Let me give you an example. The book of Revelation. I was witnessing to a Jehovah's Witness one day in front of the apartment, and I wanted to show him where Jesus says to the Apostle John, "I am Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last." So I got out my New American Standard, opened it to Revelation 1:11, and there it wasn't. I quickly looked for another verse to have a similar topic, but I lost the moment. In that crucial moment, I lost the opportunity to tell this precious Jehovah's Witness, to show him from a clear scripture that Jesus Christ is God. Do you think maybe the devil wanted it that way? Do you think maybe he whispered to that Alexandrian scholar, "That doesn't belong in there. That must be some sort of mistake. You don't believe Jesus Christ is eternal God anyway, do you?" And that Alexandrian scholar thought, that must be some kind of mistake. And in the very book that has such condemnation for the person who dares to add to or take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the book of Revelation became the most changed book in the Bible. Compared to the preserved words of God, the Alexandrian version of Revelation changes hundreds of places. And did you know? The New King James, those footnotes that say M, pretending to be from a majority of texts, which it's not, actually changed the book of Revelation over 600 times. Revelation's only 20 pages in my little Bible. I'd rather have the King James Bible that lifts Jesus Christ so high. It's not a matter of liberal versus conservative. Brothers and sisters, it's a matter of truth, God's truth, versus the devil's lies, no matter what form they take. Choose wisely. God bless you and have a wonderful day.